And welcome back to the hot stage via the hotline. We are talking rally news here. We are all talking about M Sport's new. Yes, they've announced a brand new driver lineup. Shock horror. But also, we're talking about the new Hyundai boss. He's also the old Hyundai boss, kind of been promoted. You may recognise him, if you're an F1 fan, from the old Renault F1 team. Yes, the man who enticed Daniel Ricciardo to Renault has kind of got a sort of promotion at Hyundai, and he's, well, let's be fair, they're not doing too bad, really, are they? And last but not least, non-hybrid engines allowed in rally. Shock horror. The FIA kind of give an explanation about that. But let's get into our main story, shall we? So, new lineup for M Sport, new Hyundai boss. Let's look at that new lineup on M Sport. This is from dirtfish.com. It says that M Sport unveils its new 2024 World Rally Championship lineup. Adrian Formal, I probably got the pronunciation wrong. I'm absolutely shocking with names. Sorry, and Gregor Munster. They both have been confirmed as full season drivers, and it said the duo basically replaced the outgoing Tanak and Pierre-Louis Loubet, if you are British like me. Now, as we know, Tanak has moved back to Hyundai for next season, while Loubet has no plans for 2024 yet, but stay tuned. I'm sure there'll be some news either at the end of the year or the beginning of January. Now, the pairing is pretty much a complete reshuffle of its 2023 lineup. Now, it says both are familiar with the Ford Puma Rally 1. As we know, Formal. Anyway, he completed most of the 22 season in the Puma. They made a cameo comeback at the season-ending Japan last month, and Munster made two Rally 1 starts in both Chile and Central Europe this year. And it marks an effective double promotion within the M Sport setup. Both, as it says, were regulars in the team's Rally 2 machinery back in 2023. Yeah, I appreciate we're recording this in 2023, but there we go. And Formal won the British title and scored a WRC 2 podium in none other but Finland, while Munster won the WRC 2 Challenger category back in Greece. Now, his Japan effort ended in a whoops-a-daisy ditch aquaplaning. And Formal's 2023 performances have done enough, though, to convince M Sport that he's worthy of that full seat. Achieving this drive was the main goal of the 2023 season, and I'm thrilled to return for a full season in the Puma next year, he said. I'm grateful to M Sport, Ford and Red Bull for having the confidence and trust in me to give me another year at the top level and to allow me to show my capabilities. Look at that, he's looking happy, isn't he? Now, it's a familiar pattern for these young M Sport drivers. If you remember, Mr. Evans, who was dropped from the team's WRC lineup in 2015, won the British title in 2016 and was promoted back up to the top level in 2017, kind of like almost doing an Alex Albon. But the year in which he clinches, 2017, the year in which he clinched that first WRC victory. Tanak was also dropped entirely, if you remember, at the end of 2012. He returned to that full-time seat at the highest level of M Sport in 2015 with a mix of WRC and WRC2 drives the year before. So I've enjoyed being part of the development of the Fiesta 2 Rally in 2023. But the upcoming season with the Rally 1 car, he's obviously excited as well. And he says it will be a very interesting season for everybody, especially with the new regulation and point system. If you want to know about the point system, go to our previous Rally video, I think a few days ago. He says we've got a proper plan to work hard and deliver the best results we can to support the team and get it back to where it deserves to be. I'm also very proud to be the only French driver competing the full season at the top level of the WRC. Now, Monster drove a custom-owned Puma to 6th place in Chile and followed that up with 7th at the Central European Rally. And he joined M Sport last year after a multi-year stint as a Hyundai customer racing junior driver who sampled most of M Sport's rallying offering in 2023. He piloted Rally 1, 2 Yep, he's got the entire collection there. He piloted pretty much all their machinery in the 2023 season. And he said driving almost a full season WRC2 in 2023 has been a big positive. It's the first time I had the chance to do nearly all the WRC events and get the mileage. Quite important there, mileage and experience. Now, the two drives in the Puma, he says, have helped me out a lot with getting prepared for the Rally 1 drive in 2024. Working with the M Sport team has also been incredibly useful. You see the WRC2 and Rally 1 team all within the same structure. It's good preparation for the Rally 1 to feel similar and feel at home. I'm eager to start in Monte Carlo, and the goal for 2024 will be first to get some results and increase the pace rally after rally. Try not to make any mistakes and just get all that experience. We're driving against world champions, so it will be a big challenge, and I'm really looking forward to it. Team principal Mr. Richard Milliner is excited about the team's new look for 2024 and he's confident of this young drivers lineup of scoring some strong results. Can they win the championship though? Can they win the big one? But their boss said 2024 will see us take a new, different approach compared to the last 12 months. He said, developing and helping young talent prove themselves is an exciting way to tackle a WR3 season, and with several of the top drivers not competing across the full championship, we have opportunities to put in some strong and surprising performances. He went on to saying, we still have all the ingredients to deliver the results, and the team is motivated to start again in a few weeks' time with almost a blank paper on what we can achieve. I mean, I think it's quite exciting. It's going to be really interesting to see what they say at the launch. And then, I mean, in about I think a month maybe, we're going to have that first race. The first few stages in Monte Carlo. We'll have that calendar probably at the next time we do like a rally news show. But I think it's interesting, a brand new lineup for M Sport going into 2024. Two kind of not completely brand new rookies because they've obviously done WRC. They've done a lot of rallying or some at that level, but it's going to be a really, really testing year. And what's going to be interesting is seeing how they're going to come on and whether M Sport feels the need to resign them next year, or heaven forbid for M Sport, if they do an amazing job, will one of the other teams end up signing him? I guess stay tuned for Rally 2024. So, I mean, next up we have if you're an F1 fan, you'll recognise this guy. He's the boss of the old Renault team, and this is a story on motorsport.com. Abitable. He's been named Hyundai president in management reshuffle. It says here by Tom Howard. Now, the former Renault boss, he joined Hyundai this year as team principal of its motorsport activities, and that including its World Rally Championship and customer programs, including rallying and TCR. Now, he impressed his management in his first season. It's now been announced that he will conduct a dual role as president and team principal effective from 2024, essentially. The outgoing president, Sean Kim, who he's held the position since April 22, will step down. Not too long though, really. I mean, that's less when you think about it. Definitely less than 2 years. But anyway, I digress. The president position will mean Cyril will take on new responsibilities regarding Hyundai's motorsport plans for this season, the upcoming season, and the future. The announcement is accompanied by several further internal restructuring measures that's going to commence at the start of next year, with the objective of proving the marque's performance and efficiency. Yes, all very media speak there. Firstly, he says, I must say thank you to Sean Kim for bringing me to Hyundai Motorsport and to Hyundai for the trust they have shown in me for this new role. He says we have clear targets in the categories where we are competing. We are also tasked with the transformation of Hyundai Motorsport to reflect the evolution of the Hyundai Motor Company and to continue to be a relevant platform for the N brand and products. He goes on to say, we know there is work to be done, but we enjoy a team of dedicated, talented and multicultural individuals that I will strive to guide with the same values of respect and trust as Sean did during his tenure. I think it's a quite exciting time for Hyundai there with the new boss. He did okay for Renault. Renault was definitely on the up when he was there. Yes, it was kind of sour when Ricciardo left for McLaren, but I think Renault looked the best when Cyril was there. If you look at them now in the Formula One team with Alpine, they're an absolute shambles. They were this year and last year. They were sort of, kind of okay, sort of on the up, but I still think they look best when Cyril was there, Team Enstone. So it's going to be interesting to see Hyundai's progress over the next few years. So last but not least, though, is essentially the FIA talking about non-hybrid engines. So this again is a story from motorsport.com by, again, Tom Howard. And it says the FIA says a decision to allow non-hybrid Rally 1 cars to compete in the World Championship will make rallying's top flight more accessible to newcomers. Yes, the World Motorsport Council, it's agreed for a WRC Commission proposal for Rally 1 cars to compete on WRC events without running the standard plug-in hybrid system. Instead, they will have to carry the equivalent weight of the full EV system in ballast, and they won't be eligible for the manufacturer's points. We mentioned that in our last show. So here's the thing, though. I'm not too amazing about it, but it says running without the 100k compact dynamics hybrid unit will result in a reduction of approximately 100 horsepower compared to 500 horsepower. However, it will also offer a reduction in costs for competitors and also opens for the Rally 1 cars to compete in regional rallies. The FRA Sporting Director Andrew Wheatley said the option for drivers to compete in Rally 1 cars without the hybrid unit now exists. It essentially creates a step between Rally 2 and Rally 1, and it's something that it's something the manufacturers have supported. So by all means, it appears basically they've got to have the weight. It says, instead they'll carry the equivalent weight of the full EV system in ballast and won't be eligible from manufacturers. So they're going to have the ballast, but they're not going to so essentially they're racing at a disadvantage. The hybrid system, obviously, when you include it, it's a bit heavier. So these non-hybrid cars are still going to weigh as much, I imagine, as the hybrid cars, but they're going to have that disadvantage. So heaven forbid, pray tell, what would happen if, for example, one of these cars end up getting on a podium or winning a stage or winning a whole rally event? I mean, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Could it happen? I doubt it. But I wouldn't never say never. It's not something that's going to be absolutely impossible. Stay tuned, though. It's going to be really, really interesting, and it'd be interesting to see what teams throughout the year, particularly in the first half of the year, are going to be, what drivers are going to be using that and taking advantage of that, as in the non-hybrid, entering their non-hybrid cars. Anyway, I have spoken enough. If you made it to the end, you are a champion. Like and subscribe if you can. Comment below. Let us know what you think, what your opinions are going into the 2024 WRC season. We'll be back soon with some more rally talk. Thank you very much.